Muyiinda, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Brian.
You are a sensation on Facebook.
Thank you.
You started as a joke. You just said, I remember your first post, guys, anyone who needs fruit, then you posted just passion fruit.
Yeah. I started with Katunda, passion fruits. Actually, I started with 3 bags. And it has been growing. I've expanded now to different fruits, and the growth is good. I can't complain.
How did you think about this? Like many young people, want to be in the corner office.
Yeah.
You have, a very good job as a radio manager. You did that, before even you went to Touch FM. And all of a sudden, fruits were all like, Malcolm,
I've always been passionate about fruits. In my household, I always buy fruits, and I like them a lot. I also been, I like calling people hustling on the streets. I've been selling different things, connecting people here and there. And then one time, actually I got a phone call from a Kenyan who wanted to meet. He told me, you're the kind of person who links people to different things. So I told him, yeah, no problem. So we met. He wanted about 3,000 tons of fruits, passion fruits, the one local, Ugandan. And 3,000 tons a week is a lot. So I tried to make phone calls, and I was talking to so many different people, and everyone actually said, you know what, I have the fruits, but I have customers, they're booked out. So in the meantime, as I'm talking to guys, I finally came across people who actually have the fruits. When I talked to the Kenyan guy, he had already gotten a supplier because it took long. So I said to myself, how am I going to do? What am I going to be telling people? So I talked to one of the friends I talked to. She deals in fruit. She has been there for about 2 years now. So she told me A, B, C, D, like this how much you make, this how much you can put in. And I told her, yeah, let me actually start. She gave me 3 bugs on loan.
What?
Yeah, 3 bugs on loan. I saw those bugs like in just one day, and through friends.
Those are the bugs you posted?
Yeah, those are the first 3 bugs I posted on Facebook. I saw them in one day. The following day I asked for 4 bugs, and she gave me 4 bugs.
On loan?
On loan. I was passionate about it, and she knows how passionate I am about certain things. I love making money. I love making money.
How long have you been doing this business now?
It's a few years now. It's about 6 months. But if you actually ask anyone around Kampala, you'd actually think that I've been in it for quite a longer period.
Yes, it feels, a very long time. Wow. Have you met people who, I was told of a story where, I think you talked about it on your Facebook page too, you were supposed to deliver the passion fruit, but I think someone expected a guy in an overall, then you came through.
Oh, yes.
In your smart.
It happened, I was actually at Kisementi. The client told me, let's meet at Kisementi. Then he gave me my passion fruits. So I reached there, and then she calls me. She was actually just across me. She calls me, like, where are you? I'm like, I'm right here in front of you. Because I saw them talking on the phone. She's like, hey, I was looking for a vendor. I'm like, I am a vendor. Just what we call maybe a modern vendor. And this is how I be when I'm delivering my passion fruits. Yeah.
How do you balance this with your job? You're a manager at Touch FM.
Yes, I am.
How do you do that?
In the beginning, it was a lot easier because actually I could maybe take my lunch break and go bring for brand. I'm already delivering at NTV, then run away and then doing that. But you see now the growth has been immense, and I'm getting phone calls every single minute. Phone calls start from 5 o'clock in the morning to about 10 p.m. And it's kind of hard a bit because my 8 to 5 job.
Yeah. I
need to find time and then go and deliver. I was trying to look for someone who can actually do deliveries for me, but people are not reliable. Yeah, they're bad with customer care. The way I talk to you, if you come and I give you a bad product, it's not a bad product, but if you didn't like it, I can come and tell you know what, I will replace it for you. But if you're using maybe border amount, just come and deliver. Yeah, so it's a bit hard, but in the end of it all, you need to find how you can balance the two, and not so bad so far.
Hasn't this affected the way you perform, at Touch FM? The business is good, but the 8 to 5 is also needs to be kept.
It needs to be kept, yeah. But you find that when you step away for a few times, maybe lunchtime, you come and compensate. So you leave office longer hours. You spend more time where you were leaving at 5 o'clock. Now you're leaving at 8 or 9 o'clock because you need to balance out a few things here and there. But also I find myself that because being a radio manager, you need to monitor what's going on radio and to talk to clients and do so many things. So as I'm doing Katunda, I'm actually meeting Brian, who has business. You get, so it's a two-win thing. I come to you, you have a company, and say, you actually we do this at Touch FM, can basically do advertising for you. So where I'm delivering Katunda for you, I'm also getting business. Yeah?
That's brilliant.
It's a two-way thing, yeah.
That's brilliant. Are you just going to do Katunda now? You know, you've progressed. What other fruits have you progressed to?
I started off with Katunda, passion fruits, the local one. Then, you know, the season, the agriculture things are seasonal.
Yeah.
So the season actually, there was scarcity. The season was off. So I said to myself, am I just going to be off the season?
Yeah.
I wait for the next season to make money. So I ventured into oranges. I ventured into tangerines. Yeah, the local stuff from farmers in Soroti. Recently, I got a farmer from Mamolata, very nice oranges. And from there, then I moved on to imported fruits. Now we're bringing in...
you import fruits now?
There's a company that I'm working with that actually I place my orders, then they bring in for me. So whatever I want, I tell them I want a box of kiwi, a box of this, or boxes of this.
So that's for stuff that's not grown in Uganda?
Yeah, that's for stuff that's not grown in Uganda. Like kiwi, for instance. She was talking about kiwi. Yeah, very healthy fruit, very nice fruit, one of my favorite. Grapefruit, very healthy. It has got so many health benefits, and I keep on telling people, if you go, I mean, everyone has a smartphone. You go on Google and say health benefits of a grapefruit, you'll be amazed. Yeah.
Well, you can actually call us live on air and ask Malcolm any questions. If you want delivery, I have my pen. I could do that after the show because he's a boss somewhere. We don't need him there. But young people, this should be an inspiration for you. What do you tell young people who see you doing this job? And you know, we have this stereotype that if you do, for example, if you're in agriculture, you know, Ghana, we do not understand that that's where the money is, that's where the potential is. We are blessed as a country, but we still we're clamoring for the job at, you know, corner office. Yes, at NTV. I want to be like Brian. Yet Brian is not making a lot. He's just doing so many things to collect all that.
Making a few millions. Well, the thing is, I've learned that there's no job that is actually too bad for you. All jobs, that's where the money is. If you find me packaging Butunda, I'm all dirty and sweaty because I find myself, it is the hardest thing I've done, frankly speaking. Yeah, because my day starts at 4 o'clock in the morning. If I get phone calls at 4, farmers have come, they say, the stuff has arrived, and you have to get out of bed.
They're in the market?
Yeah, they've arrived in the market. Yeah, all the buses from the Butunda, they come from as far as Kisoro, Kasese. I got a phone call yesterday from a guy who's going to give me fashion fruits from Arua. Yeah, so they come on the bus, and you have to go, bring them in the morning, pack them. Because you get packs, and then you pack packs. Yeah, so it's the hardest thing. But one thing I've learned is, the jobs that actually despise, that's where the money is.
Malcolm, hold that thought. Good morning, you're live on Morning at NTV. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, boss. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, good morning. I'm from Bar.
Yes, boss. Your comment.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go on with your comment or question.
Yeah, I wanted to know, like, from the speaker, around how much do I need to start with?
To start the business?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll take another phone call. The number is on your screen, 0414563462. Call us and ask Malcolm any question that you want. Malcolm, the day starts at 4, but let's first answer his question. You talked about having this 3 sacks on loan. You didn't have capital, actually.
They didn't have capital.
But right now, how much would you tell someone to start the business that you're doing?
Right now, before even going into money, I ask someone, what are you passionate about? I'm passionate about fruits. I love fruits. And there's no, because for instance, I started with 3 sacks. You could start with half a sack. How do you do it? You first of all market to your friends. I know Brian, I tell Brian, and I have Katunda, I have cassava, I have green pepper. You get, how much do you need? Because that's how I did. I went on my Facebook, WhatsApp. I've got all these WhatsApp groups and tell guys, I'm bringing in passion fruits tomorrow. All the 3 sacks I sold to my friends. Yeah?
They're your first customers.
Your first customers should always be your friends. We eat Can you go without food? No, you can't. So you just start with your friends.
Good morning. You're live on Morning at 10 TV. All right, when you call us, please step away from your TV. We're getting feedback here, but proceed with your comment or question. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, madam, your name and where you're calling from. Okay, we lost that one. Malcolm, yes, you are telling us about our friends being our first clients.
Your friends should always be your first clients. Your friends eat. If you're going to be dealing in foodstuffs, I mean, why should I go to sell to someone else I don't know when Brian is here and Brian is going to eat? Yeah? And even if you're making so little money, even if I go to Brian and I say, you Katunda 10,000 and I'm making up 2,000 shillings, that is 2,000 shillings you didn't have yesterday. You get? And you've got at least 30 friends who you know, if I sold this to the person, they'll definitely buy. And your friends support you. That's the beauty. They're there actually to support you.
All right, Yusuf, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, Brian?
We're fantastic. Your question.
How is Malcolm doing?
Malcolm is fantastic. You want to talk to him?
Yeah, no. I wanted to talk to you directly.
Yes.
My question is, my query is, the problem with Ugandans is that now everybody wants to copy and go into passion fruit. The guy who just called in, I hear how much capital is it. Malcolm is talking about doing something you're passionate about, and he's doing passion fruit. Ugandans we have to move on from there and get to tap into our passions to make money. Let's stop this thing of copy and paste. It makes me sick.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yusuf. That's very important.
It is very important.
So you've had friends who come to you and tell you,
yes,
how to do this business.
I've met so many people who tell me, how do you do it? And you know I'm not selfish, because the market is big, right?
Yeah.
The market, we are supplying about only 10%. I get orders that I cannot fulfill. So if you do want to come and join Butunda, if you are passionate about it, then you come and teach you.
It's the same thing with vanilla. All of us went there and lost.
My mother actually went to do vanilla, and she made losses. Yeah, so she learned her lessons.
Right. I'm sure it's not all roses. I mean, you have a day that starts at 4 a.m. I'm sure your neighbors must be saying, guy on. What does he do that makes him get out of bed at 4 a.m.?
My neighbors, sometimes actually they ask me, what do you do? Until they started seeing me parking Butunda at midnight. Sometimes actually there was a time I was parking up to 3 in the morning, and I was dozing as I'm parking, because I knew if I don't do this in the morning, tonight, I won't have time in the morning. But it is a lot of hard work. You know, when you see me here on TV, just because I'm doing it, it's a lot of hard work. But it's actually the hard work that really pays, you get. Because now I have an 8 to 5, then after that I have to go. My social life has changed a bit. Yeah, my friends are complaining how I'm not interacting with them. But I kept, I try to explain to them, tell them, what, I'm hustling right now, like using the word hustling right now. In the end of it all, I'm looking at so many things. I have 2 daughters. Yeah, they inspire me a lot because I'm doing this for them. Actually, Zara's Fruits is named after my first daughter.
I saw a picture of her, sorting out this passion fruit.
I'm trying to teach her from a tender age how to do this. Because at the end of the day, I want this to grow on, and then it's pushed on from me to my daughters, and they take over from me.
Look at that, Malcolm. Wow. I don't know how many young people think like that. Malcolm, before we let you go, what do you want to say to young people right now that are watching this show? Many of them have been stepping on these streets with brown envelopes. Every time I see someone with a brown envelope, even if it has a company name, I'm thinking, boss, you're looking for a job. What do you want to say to them? Because you have an 8 to 5, which is a great job, but you're doing something that no one expected you to.
Well, what I could say is that let's not despise any kind of job. The dirty jobs, I like calling them the dirty jobs that get you involved, are the jobs where the money is. Even if you're making 2,000 shillings today, 1,000 shillings off a product, that is better. For instance, I like telling people, if I have Brian, who is having a corporate job, he lives on 50,000 shillings, going to work. He's going to spend 30,000 shillings on fuel, 10,000 shillings on lunch,
Yeah.
and then 5 on airtime. Then I leave home with 10,000. I'm going to make money. I come back home with 50. Brian's going to come back home with 5,000 shillings. So the jobs that let's stop looking at these good jobs, because companies don't pay much anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
You also want to reduce costs.
You also want to reduce cost. Let's look at where the money is. For instance, what do people want? What people always eat. Let's go into farming. I'm a farmer myself. Yeah, I have about 10 acres of maize with a partner of mine, 5 acres of beans, and we always have land. Our parents have got huge chunks of land. So let's go and look at what can bring in money, however little it is.
What do you tell a young man who, you know, I always relate the example of when we're in school, farming, digging was a punishment. So many of us, do, when they tell you Okulima, you're like, that's a punishment. What do you tell a young man who will sell land to come here and buy a border and do that?
That would be a foolish thing to do. You're going to be selling land, now border is 4 million shillings, and they're going to steal it tomorrow, so what happens then? But you're going to go and till your land. In 3 months, you're harvesting product. Because most of the stuff, 3-4 months, you're harvesting something.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone yesterday who did biringanya. Yeah, he did it, he used 1,500 shillings to buy the seeds. And he gave me a big pack of biringanya yesterday. It's amazing. And I told him, you know what, maybe actually should vend this also.
Yeah.
But I told him, you know what, at the end of the day, let's not despise, especially agriculture. It is key. People will always eat. People will always eat. Brian, you can never go hungry. If you go hungry today, tomorrow, first thing in the morning, you're going to look for something to eat.
Dude, I have, you know, like an energizer
Yeah.
here. Malcolm Muyiinda, pleasure.
A pleasure.
95 and 9. Do you also present?
Yes, I'm on Saturday, 1 to 4 p.m.
This is a guy. Yeah, I knew him at Power FM until he left. But 95 and 9, tune in and listen to the farmer presenter.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's your bit of inspiration this morning for you. Young people, go out there. In the words of Yaya Toure, today is the day you declare that you're going to be part of the greatest. What is your role now? What are you doing about that? You need to start now. That's your everyday life. When we come back, we'll be talking to Shilandu Chire, live from Bali, and the latest from sport.